best of Mother Nature and the best in pickleball coming together here this weekend, here at the tennis club at Newport Beach. 41 courts, 880 players, all vying for championships. We're thrilled you're here.
Well, what a week it has been in beautiful Newport Beach, California. The tennis club at Newport Beach has been a fantastic host, and we have reached Championship Sunday, and we are thrilled to bring you the action here on Championship Court. Hello, everybody. Dave Benz alongside Rob Cassidy. Hannah Johns will be along in a little bit. And Rob, this is the 4th year of existence for the PPA Tour. It just keeps getting bigger and better.
Absolutely. You know, as the game evolves, the players and the venues and the atmosphere, it's coming right with. So it's great to be a part of it. And yeah, glad to have you guys with us.
And this is the second stop this year at the tennis club at Newport Beach. And you see some of the numbers with what the PPA Tour has amassed. The turnout we saw here this week in both terms of players and spectators has been overwhelming.
Yeah, and, you know, the atmosphere just building and building, and you know, here we are on Championship Sunday, and it's going to be some electric matches for sure.
And Rob, I know you've been associated with pickleball for a very long time. This is my 5th year being associated with pickleball. I saw one of the best shots I have ever seen in a pickleball game yesterday, courtesy of Jay Devilliers. Take a look. He's in the near court, behind the back. Are you kidding?
Unbelievable. Just a seamless shot from Jay Devilliers. You know, something we've grown to expect, but still shocking as it gets with, you know, just staying in the point, and that's what it's going to take to take it to Ben Johns and Matt Wright.
Yeah, he admitted yesterday that it was more luck than skill, that he didn't even see it. We will see him in our coverage at some point later on today. But the match everybody is still buzzing about happened here last night. And for more on that, let's check in with Hannah Johns.
Thanks, Dave. We were treated to a big surprise yesterday as Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova took down Ben Johns and Simone Jarjing. This was a 13th final that the four had played against each other, and it was a very unexpected loss, as this was the first time that Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova took them down. They said in a Facebook post yesterday night, nobody beats us 13 times. But I saw Ben leaving the venue last night, and I can tell you he did not look happy. So we're wondering what his mentality is going to look like going into 2 finals today. Dave, back to you.
All right, Hannah, and if anybody missed the action last night, I mean, it was a 5-set thriller. Rob, let's go through some of the highlights. We had ATPs, we had Ernies, and we had a lot of patience on both sides.
Oh, yeah. You know, Matt Wright showing up for the occasion, dialed in, you know, accompanied with Lucy Kovalova, just keeping Ben Johns in check. No easy task. You know, what can you say? It's the best of the best versus the best of the best. And, you know, it was a matter of time before Kovalova and Wright, you know, figured it out and were able to execute.
Yeah, Lucy did tell me yesterday morning that she felt like they were maybe on the verge of a breakthrough, but Ben and Simone, they did not go down easily. I mean, 5 sets. You couldn't have asked for more last night.
And, you know, the whole match, you could see the intensity in Matt Wright's eyes, driven, focused, and that's what it takes to get the job done.
And he and Lucy played arguably the best pickleball that they have ever played. And that's what it's going to take when you're on seat the world's #1 ranked team. And they did that last night. So a silver for Ben Johns last night. He will have a chance to leave here with a couple of gold medals before Championship Sunday comes to an end. We'll see whether or not he can complete that task as we continue on. I want to remind you, Championship Court is going to be along with you for the remainder of the PPA Tour season. September 9th through 12th, we will be in Orlando for the Orlando Cup, then the Las Vegas Open, the Texas Open. You can catch the Rocky Mountain Championship and the New Mexico Open via the PPA Tour website, so check that out for more details. We're taking a timeout. We get you to Championship Sunday action after this from Newport Beach, California. Back in Newport Beach, California, the Takeya Showcase continues, and coming up, the men's singles gold medal match will feature Ben Johns and Jay Devilliers. And we saw this same matchup at the Orange County Cup. Ben Johns winning that in 4 games over Jay Devilliers. And
Ben Johns has emerged as the dominant male on the PPA Tour. Jay Devilliers has been up and coming, no question about it. One of the real dominant players on the men's side over the history of pickleball has been Kyle Yates, and Kyle is joining us here at our broadcast location right now. Kyle, always great to catch up with you.
Colin.
You look so much like Kyle. Well, I got Colin Johns. I confused you with Kyle, man. And I apologize. I saw Kyle yesterday. Colin, does anybody ever tell you look like Kyle?
All the time.
You
All the
guys
time.
look so alike. All right.
Yep,
So
yep.
anyway, Colin's sitting here and he's like, "No, I'm Colin." I'm like, "Oh my God, I talked to Kyle yesterday." All right. Well, Colin, you know Ben even better than Kyle does. So talk to me a little bit about this matchup between Jay and your brother Ben.
Yep. So we have a rematch here of the San Clemente final where Jay took him 4 games. So similar conditions here. We're just right up the road from San Clemente. So I expect a lot of similar rallies. Warned Ben up this morning, so he's going to try to start better than he did last time. He dropped the first game, so he's going to slow it down a little bit. So expect to see more drops, less drives, at least early on. And then Jay obviously playing really well, beating Tyson in the semis, so he's playing at the top of his game. But if Ben plays well, then I think this should be pretty one-sided based on the past results.
And you see Ben warming up with that serve. He used that yesterday in the mixed doubles to start and then kind of went away from it. Is that something he only pulls out when he feels like he's in a comfortable spot?
It's a little bit of both. He's been experimenting with it, adding new ones. That's the main thing about that serve. If you know which way the ball's going to jump, it's not all that effective. You can adjust to it. So it's really about adding new ones that they haven't seen before. And obviously, he has more confidence in his heavy topspin serve, which is just every bit as effective, because even if you know it's coming, it pushes you back. So I think he'll do a little bit of both today, mix it up, keep Jay off balance. It also depends on the score line, so obviously if it gets a little closer, he'll probably go back to what he's comfortable with, the top spin. But if he gets a big lead, he'll probably go more with the spinners.
And obviously we're looking at the singles, but I do got to ask you, was it difficult not pairing with your brother for this tournament? Matt Wright, I know that he and Matt had committed to playing together well in advance, but you and Ben have been playing so well together as a tandem.
Yep, we feel really good. I mean, we've had a great year together, 5 titles, last one in San Clemente. So it's not like we could switch last minute because this was all decided 12 months ago. So that's the reason we're not playing together this week, but we're back together next week in Denver. But of course, I would have liked a shot at Ben yesterday. I played with Steve Deacon. We played really well. We ended up losing to Pat Smith and Jay Devilliers. In the previous round, we were up a game and pretty big in the second game, but that's the way pickleball goes. And back to playing with Ben again next week.
Did you see the shot that Jay hit yesterday? And I don't know how quick our truck, if it's possible for them to get it up, but the shot he hit yesterday was fantastic.
Right,
we're gonna table that conversation because Rob Cassidy has rejoined us, and we're ready to go.
Oh yeah, let's go. Here we go, game 1, guys. Best of 5. Jay Devilliers serving to the one and only Ben Johns.
Call was out.
And the call is out, so the side out to get this thing underway. Best 3 games out of 5.
Oh, that inside out. Oh, high mobility from Ben Johns this morning. Oh, and a perfect shot.
Really perfect shot. How focused is Ben? I mean, he's always focused, but how much more focused do you think he is after losing last night coming into today?
Yeah, he wasn't a happy camper losing last night. He doesn't like to lose, especially the mixed doubles where they've never lost a tournament together. That was the first time him and Simone have ever lost a tournament together. They lost 1 match to Matt and Lucy last year, but they came back to double dip him in the final. So he's going to be very motivated to really do well today.
2-0.
And he gets out to an early 2-0 lead here. And make it a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, case in point right there. That's a strong start. I would not like to be in Jay's shoes right now.
3-0.
I'll try him on.
Hey, just a chance to play for gold. That was a nice shot there by Jay. Ben, great job tracking it down.
Beautiful point here. Wow.
Finally won there by Devilliers.
Ben had some options there. He almost got a little too tricky for his own good. He had that sideline option as well, but he decided to pull it cross court and, you know.
That's the thing about playing Jay. He's so tall. He has such good reach. You really got to hit your spots so well, and you know he's going to be on his horse to cover the line. So trying to do a little trickery there. Didn't come out on top on that one.
Right. Ben is Woken up this morning. Jay settling in. Oh, yeah.
Point.
And now Jay finally gets on the board. Ben did lose that first game between these two in Orange County, 7-11, but then he bounced back 11-3, 11-3, 11-5. So Ben unfazed, even if he gets in an early hole.
Foot fault. Right foot.
We're going to call the foot fault here.
Point.
So that's going to make it 2-3.
We had an interesting foot fault call last night in the bronze medal match. It
2-3.
was a delayed foot fault call, and we had a delay for about 5 minutes. And they explained at the end of the match what happened, and it just wasn't called at the time of the foot fault. So
Side out.
you can see that at times they called that one right away. Players not usually going to argue the foot fault calls if they're called right away, because obviously we can't see our feet.
3-2. Point.
Nice shot. Great pressure on the backhand of Jay Devilliers there.
And Jay talking to himself a little
4-2.
bit as Ben goes ahead 4-2. With the smoke from the burger stand wafting its way onto the court.
Point.
That'll make it 5-2. Ben opening up this 3-point cushion.
We got a sweet ATP here from Ben Johns. Jay is there for the return, just a little off-pace ATP from Ben there, and Jay not able to bring it back.
Yeah, it's so important in singles to let that ball drop really low, because players have gotten athletic enough to actually cover the ATP.
Side
but
out.
if you let it drop really, really low, you're hitting it almost off the ground. So that one was a little off pace, so low, it's really tough to get that back.
Now, Colin, you're a pickleball singles player as well, correct?
I am.
Were you in the bracket this weekend?
I was not. I have a full-time job. I work at Baltimore Country Club, so Thursday start kind of hurts me.
And you're back to work tomorrow.
I am back to work tomorrow. So
You're a very good singles player. I've witnessed it. You know? And I mean, as we all know, you taught Ben Johns everything he knows about singles.
Clearly. The older brother, 6 years older, beat up on
5-2
and everything. So clearly, I've taught him everything.
You made him tough.
That's for sure.
Showed him the way.
Point.
How good a player is Hannah?
Hannah's like a 4-0 on a good day.
I've seen Hannah play, and it is surprising. I mean, at first I was shocked. I was like, Hannah's got game. But I was like, oh, wait, she's a Johns. Of course she has game.
Well, Hannah does a great job for us on the broadcast. We
Side
love
out.
having her on board.
Well, she actually played in the, maybe not the last one. Yeah, it was the last one in San Clemente. She played, I think, in the 4-0 bracket for the first time. So she had some fun out there. Didn't win a medal, but it's good to see her out on the court.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a
Side
little
out.
too high. Ball back in the lethal hands of Ben Johns as he looks to break open game one here in this best-of-5 gold medal match, men's singles.
6-2.
It'll be interesting to see if Jay tries to go more with the passing shot method or try to play a little cat and mouse or a mix of the two, because Ben clearly hasn't beaten the cat and mouse, but I feel like Jay's been trying to do that more often, maybe longer term, trying to get better at it. But I think his better play is to drive and then drop rather than just go straight to the drop.
Yeah, well, failed to execute on that shot and now finds himself in a 7-2 hole.
Oh, he's there.
Great job getting to it.
Oh.
Point.
And that'll make it 8-2. Jay joined us on the broadcast yesterday and said, I asked him about the
Timeout's been
difference
called
between
by the
singles
receiver.
and doubles.
Score is 8-2.
And
1
he
minute.
said, you don't have anybody else to blame when you're playing singles. And right now he's in an 8-2 hole. We'll take we're going to stay here. We thought we were going to take a hydration break, but we're not. But we'll still give Jigsaw Health some love because they are fantastic. Are you in a Jigsaw Health spot yet?
I am not. Nope.
That needs to change.
I know, right? Right now I'm sponsored by Ben Johns.
You are sponsored by Ben Johns. The entire Jigsaw. Do you have a favorite Ben Johns Jigsaw Health commercial?
Well, I actually love the one that he does. It's been out a while now of I Got It, because that just sort of defines Ben on the court. He takes everything, so I think they did a really good job of that.
Yeah, well, he does. He does have it. When he's out there with Simone, he takes everything, that's for sure. But they last night, they did not seem to have it. What did you think of that match last night? Because we thought, talking after the match, that it was probably the best we had ever seen Lucy and Matt play together, which is saying a lot because they're extremely, extremely talented.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best I've ever seen those two play, at least against Ben and Simone. They've had a lot of success in the past, but against Ben and Simone, they never seem to bring quite their best stuff, and it's a little bit of because Ben and Simone put them under a lot of pressure. But yeah, absolutely. Credit to Matt and Lucy for beating them last night. I think they caught Ben and Simone by surprise after I think they had won 12 times in a row against Matt and Lucy, and they finally did get him.
Yeah, what'd you think about the Instagram post afterwards? Lucy and Matt putting out an Instagram, nobody beats us 13 times straight.
Oh, yeah, a little play off the Vitas Gerulaitis. Nobody beats Vitas Gerulaitis 17 times in a row. He couldn't pass up the chance to play off of that.
2-9.
I thought I had it here somewhere. Here it is. There you go.
Wow.
Side out.
What a great serve return from Ben Johns, putting it back, giving himself plenty of time to get to that kitchen line, pressuring Jay on his next shot.
And you're going to see everyone in that final, that mixed doubles final today in the women's and the men's final respectively. So Ben and Matt are playing together, and Simone and Lucy.
Ooh.
Great get by Jay, but he hits it wide, and they'll set up game point here for Ben.
Ten two.
Oh, he gets a paddle on it. Oh.
And
Point
Ben
and
lets it
game,
go, and it's a
11-2.
wise decision. Ben Johns takes
minutes,
game
gentlemen,
one
up to 2
in
minutes.
decisive
Switch
fashion,
ends.
11-2. So this best 3 out of 5 and an early lead for the world's #1. We'll take a timeout. Game number 2, as you see, game point, and ultimately Jay hitting it long. There it is. Game number 2 coming your way after this timeout here on Championship Court.
Side out.
Back here in Newport Beach, start of game 2 after Ben Johns wins game 1 in decisive fashion, 11-2.
0-0.
Yeah, Ben looking very energetic here early on.
Oh.
Nice stop by Ben. And then he says, all right, I'll just go right back to that. It's time I'll hit it a little deeper.
And that's his signature shot in doubles there. Certainly comes in handy in singles as well. His signature backhand roll. No one's really been able to replicate that shot.
And it is 0-0. I did not cut you off, but it's 0-0. So
yeah, we got it wrong on the score here.
Point.
It is now 1-0 in favor of Ben Johns.
One zero.
And Jay Devilliers unable to. They wanted to hit that little drop shot with a little bit of English. Instead, fails to get it over the net.
Yeah, Ben looking energetic, and Jay just looks half a step slow right now, and can't really blame him. He's been playing every event at every tournament the past couple months.
Right.
I think it's something crazy like 9 tournaments in 10 weeks.
Right. Very well practiced, but that does pay a toll on the body.
ATP executed there by Jay. Ben was ready for it.
Ben plays the bounce, adjusts his feet accordingly. He's on it.
Too deep.
Side out.
And that's a really good point by Jay there. Some awesome defense, good scrapping. Then got the ATP, but Jay back to the next one.
Zero two.
Jay needs to take that first game as a wake-up call here to get into this match.
Side out.
Yeah, it's hard enough to beat Ben in a best of 3 out of 5, and also lose the first game. Ben hasn't lost a singles match, I think, or singles tournament in about a year and a half. So
2-0.
to say he's the overwhelming favorite here is an understatement. In my unbiased opinion.
Point.
It's not just bias. It's your educated opinion as well. I mean, most fans would
3-0.
agree. The duper ratings gave Ben a beautiful shot there. Duper ratings coming into this match gave Ben an 84% win probability over Jay.
Timeout's been called by the receiver.
Yeah, when Ben's threading the needle down the line with the two-handed backhand, it's going to be a tough day. He's got a lot of weapons in the arsenal, and that's not even his go-to. If he's making that, it's going to be tough.
Nice.
Jay in the 4-0 hole as Ben Johns has absolutely come out of the gates on fire. And you think about the fact he still has to play in the men's doubles later. He'd love to get this thing over early and be able to get some rest.
Yep, even mental rest. I mean, if it's a tight match, you expend mental energy. So as much as physical, I think it's mental. And certainly Matt Wright is pleased how things are going so far. He's got the men's doubles final with Ben, so he wants Ben as fresh as possible. And they're coming up against Tyson and Riley. That's a team they've had some good battles with, so Ben wants to be 100% for that match.
Colin, how tough is that when you see Lucy and Simone, they play together and have such great success, and you see, you know, Ben and Matt play together last night, and we'll see them again later on today and hoping to win a gold. And then they go against each other. They mix it up and go against each other. How tough is that to kind of switch gears like that?
Definitely it is a switch, but we're all good friends off the court, so I think we do a great job of separating it when you're playing against or with, and it just makes it that much more enjoyable.
Jay keeps his balance.
Side out.
Because as much as you want to win, I mean, I'm sure Ben and Simone felt good for Matt and Lucy to win that. Of course, you always want to win, but if they're going to lose to anybody, I think they want to lose to that team.
0-4.
Yeah. And I know how Matt and Lucy celebrated last night. They had a big night at the Cheesecake Factory.
Sounds about right.
How about that? Oh, yeah.
Great
Side
shot
out.
there by Ben. The only reason I know that is because we were at the Cheesecake Factory. we saw them coming in. And it was funny because Lucy said, you know, there is no Cheesecake Factory in Wichita. So when they're on the road, they always like to go to the Cheesecake Factory.
We actually had a great night at the Cheesecake Factory at the Vegas tournament last year.
Out.
So I think it was me, Ben, Matt, Lucy, and maybe a couple others. And great food, great atmosphere in Vegas. So some good memories there with them.
Can't go wrong with that menu. If they want to send some food over for us giving them
Side
a plug,
out.
we're more than happy to receive that here today.
What do they have, like 6 pages of items there at the Cheesecake
It's
Factory?
got to be more than that. More like 20.
Oh, yeah. Off the net.
Side out.
Side out for Jay. I am enjoying the demeanor that Ben Johns has brought this morning. You know, it's much different from last night. The word you said was perfect, Colin. You know, motivated. He looks very motivated. It's nice to see him kind of revamped today on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Ben doesn't lose very often. When he does, he comes back even stronger.
Yeah,
Nice
it's the saying way.
backhand there by Jay. I do want to ask you on that point. I mean, Ben obviously plays in big tournament and big match after big match. How tough is it for him to consistently get to that motivation level?
Well, it's got to be tough because he wins every event at every tournament pretty much. So he can't go any higher. And every tournament that he plays, he has a target on his back. So that's not easy by any stretch. And he feels like the pressure's on the other guy because he feels like they have to play their very best to beat him, which is true. But at the same time, they can swing out on every ball. And there's really nothing to lose for them because they're not expected to win.
As the Duper rating numbers I told you illustrate, I mean, 84% win probability.
Oh,
and we apologize to those of you who had lost the stream. We're happy to be back up now with Ben Johns leading here in game 2, 4-1 over Jay Devilliers. And already up 1 game to none.
Here's the dance. Oh.
Point.
And that's what we call the cat and mouse game. Ben is the best at that, where he's very long, great anticipation, and he has great topspin rolls there. So the reason he's so dangerous up there is he doesn't just slice it like a lot of players do. He's able to hit it with topspin and get it through the court.
Colin, can you kind of elaborate on that term cat and mouse and what that refers to in this game?
Point.
The cat and mouse really started to come into play when Ben won his first U.S. Open. And up till then, everyone sort of played it like miniature tennis. And they tried to hit a lot of passing shots. So serve nice and hard and deep and try to hit a winner on the first ball, if not the second ball. And he sort of figured out he was the pioneer of dropping and coming forward like that right there.
Painted the line there. Devilliers able to come up with it, but ultimately Ben with the point.
And that allows him to use his length and his athleticism to cover the kitchen line. So obviously in doubles, everyone's trying to get up the kitchen line. But in singles, in the beginning, people felt like that wasn't really a winning proposition because you got a lot of court to cover. But everyone's gotten more dynamic, and dropping and coming in is certainly, if not the preferred method, certainly something you have to have in the arsenal.
Yeah, the ex-tennis pro dominated the singles team for a while. The cat and mouse style of play certainly existed before Ben Johns started playing, but he was the first as that tennis background to adopt the cat and mouse to his game as well, and it's just made him so powerful in singles to have both.
Side out.
Yep, and I would say that's more his go-to. Most people
still
try for the passing shot method. At least try to drive and then get something shorter and then drop. But Ben's able to do it off the first ball just about more than anyone.
Oh.
Side out.
He was on that one.
Yeah.
You hear him say, "Give me it."
1-7.
It was a great shot, great decision. Just off the net.
Devilliers in a huge hole, though. Needs to take advantage of this service opportunity. It's going to be hard when you put it up there for Ben in his wheelhouse.
He's going to have to find the fire. He is going up against the best in the world.
And this is very one-sided so far. 11-2, 7-1.
7-1. Side out.
This is actually reminiscent of the Chicago final, I think, the APP, where I think Ben took down Jay 11-2, 11-1, something like that. It was similar to this.
Well, and Ben has also been a thorn in Jay's side in doubles as well.
Oh.
Yeah, we've definitely gotten them a few times this year. They beat us for the first time in Atlanta, but I think we've beaten them maybe 4 or 5 times this year. But they've played us close every single time. So Jay would definitely like to be on the winning end of that a little bit more often, but they've definitely played us extremely close.
7-1. Side out. 1-7.
You see both players rocking the arm sleeves today. Multiple reasons for that. Takes away sweat, protects you from the sun, keeps your arms cool, and then also the compression that it brings to
points.
Ben with a little nod there to Jay, who played that point extremely well, but still in a 2-7 hole.
2-7.
Yeah, when you're going to have a long day, you got to pick the right equipment, right?
Oh, yeah. Both players are strapped. Ooh.
How about that defense and the firefight
Side
by
out.
Ben Johns
Love
and the
it.
fist pump.
He is fired up.
Little defense there. Jay trying to go right at him and jam him, but that's not really a winning proposition against Ben.
And I think this fire that we're seeing in Ben, you know,
7-2.
essentially caused by yesterday's loss, is going to carry over not just into this morning, but for many tournaments to come.
Certainly in the next mixed final against Matt Lucy, which I expect will be in
Side
the not
out.
too distant future.
For sure, for sure. Jay Devilliers, ball in hand.
2-7.
He's kind of been treading water here, but hasn't been able to make much headway.
Nice.
Gets a point there, though.
Point.
And I would say Jay may be the most improved player in this year, or at least in the past 12 months. He's played so many tournaments. He's gotten better at singles, doubles, and mixed. He's added a lot to his game, so a lot of credit to him.
And Ben says that was out. Jay asking the officials to overrule. They do not.
Call is out. Call in the court will stand is out. That's a side out.
James Neighbors and
7-3.
Jim Lutz, the officials for this match.
Side out.
Jay building just a little bit of momentum here. Ben's missed a couple that he hasn't missed so far, so let's see if he's going to build on it here.
3-7.
Ooh. Oh, there it is.
Gosh.
Oh!
Side out. Side out.
Just the quick reflexes and the ability to control that paddle like that. It just breathtaking to watch.
7-3.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's almost like a doubles exchange right there.
Yeah, that's the final phase of pickleball. You know, there's the ritualistic serve, return, and drop or drive. Oh, here we go. Oh!
Bain
Point.
just covering the court.
Point of the match so far.
Just pulling each other wider and wider.
So on that last backhand that Ben hit, Jay expected him to go
8-3.
around the post, and that was actually the fake around the post. Curled it back across court. Jay
Side out.
recovered, but Ben with the great passing shot running back.
If you break the game down, the final phase would be that hand battle. That's the final phase of
3-8.
pickleball. You know, the points, unless someone resets it, of course. But I love the hand battle phase of pickleball. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, speaking of beautiful.
Point.
We know you love that hands battle, Rob Cassidy. I've hit full overheads, kitchen line at you, and you just go down on one knee and act like it's no big deal to get that back.
It is no big deal, Colin. It is.
If you're Rob
4-8.
Cassidy.
Oh man, I love playing against the Johns brothers. You guys are awesome.
Well, as
Point.
Ben says, every once in a while we have to make sure you're still Rob Cassidy.
That's right. That's right.
And nuke you with an overhead, kitchen line to kitchen line. Make sure you still get it back.
That's
So
right.
Rob, what did you finish in this
Timeout's been
tournament?
called by the
Fifth?
receiving team.
I believe we took a
Score is
solid
5-8.
fifth in the men's doubles
5-8.
with my partner Rob Nunnery. We did a lot of battle all day, took down some big teams, so it was a great day overall.
5-8. Devilliers trying to climb back in game 2. We'll take a hydration break. And we're back in Newport Beach. Jay Devilliers out of France. And we are again thankful to everybody who's watching our live coverage here today at Championship Court. We apologize
All right, players.
that
time
the
is
feed
in.
went in and out a little bit.
5-8.
Jay Devilliers, when he was on the other side of the court, accidentally knocked into a cable.
Oh,
And that was
Point.
what took us out.
Jay definitely building on the momentum even after that timeout. Starting to play better, starting to wake up,
6-8.
looking more like his energetic self.
Oh, great misdirection
Side
there
out.
by Ben Johns to get the serve back.
And we saw that a few times in the mixed doubles last night. That's one of Ben's favorite misdirects in mixed, going behind the guy.
8-6.
Nothing
Side
Ben
out.
could do with that. Tried to track it down. And Devilliers will again get the serve back. It is tightened up to just a 2-point game.
That's a great stretch by Jay to cover that passing shot. Great
6-8.
length.
Side out.
Jay Devilliers rocking his Vulcan paddle, looking
Receiver,
to
are
stay
you
focused
ready?
in this match. Ben Johns with a
8-6.
quick wipe down. 8-6, game 2.
Jay has tightened this up after an
That ball's
early
out.
big
Side out.
deficit. And he's getting the serve back again.
There's that chess match start type points that we're starting to see here.
And Ben just going for a little bit too much there, and that's a
6-8.
symptom of Jay stretching and getting a couple of those last ones.
Jay kind of forces you to go for that much, right? Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Well
Side
placed
out.
shot by Ben.
that's going to be plenty.
Yeah, with Jay's height and athleticism, it's really tough. You got to really hit the line, so he will force you to make the occasional error.
Yeah, it's kind of a phenomenon of how well Jay moves for how big his his frame is.
8-6.
Similar to Ben Johns as well.
Yeah, I think Jay's got Ben by a little bit in height.
Yeah. Ben's a big boy.
That was a nice get there by Ben.
Side out.
But Jay getting the serve back again. He has held his own.
Yeah.
Everyone complains that Ben has really, really long arms.
6-8.
I'd say that's true, but his anticipation is also one of the best.
I'm not complaining. Kid gives great hugs.
Jay's arms look pretty long as well.
Oh,
Side out.
And they've just been trading side outs now for the last little bit here in game 2.
a little bit of a different game than game 1.
Yeah, Ben doing a good job of keeping Jay back there with his topspin rolls,
8-6.
both forehand and backhand.
Wow. Oh.
Point.
So that'll move it to 9-6.
You know, in singles, you'll
Timeout's
see
been
a
called
little
by
bit
the
more of,
receiver.
you know, that
Score
high
is
risk, high reward
9-6.
type decision making, but it's always going to be a game of minimizing unforced errors.
Devilliers uses the hydration timeout. We'll take a break, brought to you by Jigsaw Health.
Let's go.
First time we commentated together.
Ben Johns
gentlemen.
has
Time is in.
been in control this entire
9-6.
match. Game 2 has been a little bit tighter than Game 1, but Ben looking to try to take a
Side out.
2-0 lead. Instead, the side out of the timeout. And Jay Devilliers will get the serve back.
6-9.
Devilliers got to this gold medal match by beating Tyson McGuffin in the singles semis. And got here by beating Gabriel Joseph in the semis.
Point.
And we are tightened up now at 7-9.
And I believe Jay beat Tyson after losing to him here on this very court.
7-9.
In a previous Newport tournament, not a PPA tournament, but I think it was about a month ago. And Tyson did beat him in that one, so Jay coming back and beating him in the next one.
How about that shot by
Point.
Jay? Little smoke on it, and it was well placed.
He has found his fire.
8-9.
And that return was nice and deep, but a little central. Jay had a lot of time to sit up for it and able to thread the needle down the line.
Takes it to the other side.
Side out.
Ben wisely gets out of the way.
Yeah, Jay's tried that 2, 3, 4 times, and every time's lost the point, so
9-8.
might want to bag that one.
Side out.
Yeah, the getting out of the way, you know, letting an out ball go out, not an easy talent to have, not an easy skill to practice.
8-9.
But, you know, essential to be successful, you know, in the game of pickleball to have that in your back pocket, letting out balls go out. Can you believe it or not?
Yep, even more true in doubles.
Definitely. Yeah, that ball was out.
I was watching your feet. What'd you see? The ball was out. Point.
So we're tied at 9-9.
9-9.
Great get there by Ben.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's a great point.
Devilliers has just gone in front. What?
I can't believe he let that ball bounce and it still came out on top of the point. I mean,
You had to find out.
if you're gonna let that ball bounce, you're gonna lose most of those points. But able to find the angle there.
Receiver, are you ready?
Let it bounce to its
10-9.
highest point and crack shot and maintain the possession or the control of that point.
Point. End game.
Jay
7-9.
Devilliers comes back from a big hole in Game 2, and we are knotted up at a game apiece. Wow. Ben Johns looked like he was going to run away with Game 2, and Devilliers battled and battled and battled, and fellas, we got a match.
Yeah, I mean, quite the turnaround. Ben was cruising up a game and 7-2, I think it was, and Jay coming back strong. So this is going to be interesting match to watch, and 2 out of 3 now.
Game 3 from Newport Beach coming your way after this quick timeout. Back here at Newport Beach.
Here we go, players. Game 3. Time is in.
Dave Benz,
0-0.
Colin Johns, Rob Cassidy with you on championship court. As
Side out.
this men's singles championship has drawn even at a game apiece. Ben Johns forces
0-0.
the side out to start Game 3.
Oh, yeah.
Great backhand
Point.
put away there for Ben.
That's the beauty of this game right here, the singles. You know, it's athleticism, but it's also a cognitive game, you know. Setting that shot up, waiting for the right time to strike. Nice execution by Ben Johns.
1-0.
Oh, that's nasty.
Point.
The short angle cross-court passing shot. That's not an easy one. Much easier with a tennis racket when you have string, but with a paddle and a plastic ball, that's no easy task.
Say it again. Short angle cross-court passing shot. I love it. Parento was doing a similar shot earlier, getting the best of Annalee. Oh, nonchalant. Jay in control.
Wow.
Side out.
When he kind of hit that nonchalant shot, I was thinking, but he might regret not doing more with that, but ends up winning the exchange.
Yeah, he was trying to take a look at where Ben was
0-2.
positioned and trying to go where he wasn't, but it didn't really work out in his favor there, trying to do a little bit too much
The
trickery.
great game of pickleball. Here we go. Oh, he's got a paddle on it. Not enough.
Side out.
Big bad Ben Johns.
And again, Ben using his signature backhand roll on the singles court to set up the winner.
2-0.
Ooh.
Make it 3-0.
Point.
When we see Ben kind of putting that spin on the ball on the serve, Colin, if somebody at
3-0.
home is advanced enough in pickleball to try that, what specifically are they trying to do?
So he's spinning it out of 2 fingers, and he's applying different spins to the ball so that it reacts differently when it
Point.
hits the paddle.
And timeout's been called
Even if
by
he
the receiver. The
swings
score
in a
is
specific
4-0.
swing pattern
4-0,
and
timeout.
strikes at a different angle, the ball's going to spin differently than if he put no spin on the ball to start with. So this comes into play on a lot of different shots, but if you do it on purpose on the serve and they don't really know which spin you're putting on it, it can jump side to side. So it's something you really just have to experiment with and get the feel for, and the more serves you have, the better it is.
Well explained. We're taking another hydration break brought to you by Jigsaw Health. Back here in Newport Beach, California, the Takeya Showcase continues, Championship
One timeout
Sunday.
left,
And Jay Devilliers
you have timeouts
using the
left.
timeout as Ben
Time
Johns
is
has
it,
jumped
gentlemen?
ahead here, 4-0 in game 3.
4-0.
And that is going to be
Side
long.
out.
Good eye from Jay Devilliers there, and that's what we call a good timeout.
You almost invariably get the
0-4.
point after a timeout. So the more you can conserve your timeouts for late in the game, the better if you really need them.
Use them wisely. Ooh.
Side out.
The closest analogy to the timeouts in pickleball I would draw would be in basketball, pro basketball, college basketball. You see the coaches just call timeouts to kill the momentum, and obviously have more timeouts in basketball. So it's a definite strategy.
4-0.
Both true for singles and doubles in pickleball. You really got to break the momentum at the right times.
Oh,
Point.
again.
And that's a
Ben kind of
filthy backhand drop.
going to the well there. That's 2 in a row in that same spot. Ben applying a lot
5-0.
of pressure.
Jay gets
Point.
wrong there. Ben burns him.
Yeah, back to more of the same of the first game and a half. Let's see if Jay recovers like he did in game 2.
6-0.
Although I believe the deficit in game 2 was 4-1.
Okay.
Side out.
Go see a pulse. And the sun is out now, Dave, and I'm glad we got a
0-6.
little shade here. My forehead's glad we got a little shade here. It's been a hot weekend for sure.
And that's going to be
Side
wide.
out.
Actually, great playing conditions here for both singles and doubles.
Yeah.
Barely a breeze, not
Yeah.
too hot.
6-0.
Not humid. So the ball softens up a little bit, but not too much.
It's been really nice. It's been really good pickleball conditions for sure.
Side out.
Of course, we say that from the booth where we have a nice cover.
You know, the sun's come out, and that you can even almost feel it. That center court just went up at least 10, 12 degrees, you know, just in that, at least. So it's heating up. It's
0-6.
heating up here on center court. Oh. Oh. The drop. The hustle.
Jay
The
will
reset.
catch up to it.
Oh,
And
and
then
there
Ben
it is.
finally puts it away with the
Side
backhand.
Nice little checkmate of a point there.
Yep, just
Ben Johns.
teasing
Side
him at the
out.
end of the string there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Try to get the legs a little bit, but
And
great
the dec-
defense there by Jay.
The decision making, that was the right
6-0.
time to strike. You know, Ben waited for the right one to really end the point on. It was beautiful. Oh, with a checkmate of his
Side
own.
out.
See, this is kind of what happened, though, in game 2, guys. Ben had the lead, and then Jay just continued to force side outs whenever Ben got the serve back and was able to claw his way back in.
0-6.
Devilliers looking to get on the board. Oh!
Side out.
Great little flip with the backhand by Ben, and he'll get the serve back.
Just barely painting the line on that.
A little curler.
Nice look at the view here
6-0.
from the tennis club at Newport Beach. Palm trees all around.
Yep, great
Side
spot
out.
from Jay, getting the ball back in his hands. I think, you know, he's running out of time here. He needs to get on the board right about now.
Yeah, as you said, Dave, beautiful complex here at Newport Beach. They really added a lot of courts, great venue, and
0-6.
second tournament, PPA tournament we've had this year.
Yeah, they were also here in April.
Side out.
So they've been trading side outs now for a little bit.
6-0.
Ben seems to be leveling out. I mean, you know, this morning he came out, you know, hot as a pistol, and now he's just so level-headed. It's just like hot coals.
Little heat on that one, though.
That's right.
Yeah, really curled around the outside of the ball on that, getting just enough to get it around Jay cross court.
Smooth cruising right now.
7-0.
Ooh.
No! Oh, how did he do that? Oh, he's saying it. I was out.
Side
Jay's
out.
calling it out. That was awfully close.
I think Jay might have just walked off the court had Ben made that.
Take another look. I mean,
it wasn't far, but it was out. Oh, that would have been pretty.
yeah, you're right. Yep.
He had a few of those at U.S. Open against Tyson McGuffin in the final.
Oh, great reach there by Ben.
No!
Side out.
So good.
Great coverage at the net there by Ben, but that's where going to the drop,
Thank you.
definitely going to be more successful. That's what Ben does a great job of, coming forward. Instead of trying to
7-0.
go around, you just don't have much space when you have somebody who covers the net that well.
And that's going to be long.
Point.
Jay
Okay.
called-
Timeout's been
Jay
called
called
by
it
the
in.
receiver.
Yep.
Score is
Wow.
8-0.
Just barely dropped.
8-0. Timeout.
Well, that's going to take it to 8-0 as Ben does catch the line on that one. And we're going to take a hydration break brought to you by Jigsaw Health.
Oh, well, thank you.
Back here in Newport Beach, California. Dave Benz, Colin Johns, Rob Cassidy
Referee,
with
are
you.
you ready? All right, gentlemen, time is in. 8-0. Side out.
And the side out here. We'll head back over to Jay Devilliers, who's still looking for his first point here in game 3.
0-8.
He gets the side out after that good timeout he called.
Unfortunately for Jay, he's out of timeouts now.
Side out.
Going
Tough
right
place.
back over to Ben.
Tough spot to be here in game 3.
8-0.
8-0, that's a pretty decent lead. Oh, he plays the out ATP. Nice,
Side
plays the
out.
percentages, takes the point.
Yeah,
You know, that ball's normally staying in. It's
yeah, the ATP there was going to come short. And don't think that was going in. Jay played it anyway,
0-8.
got away with it.
definitely. Jay Devilliers, one of the things that makes him such a great player, a great competitor is, you know, he comes down to one very important word, and that's fight.
Side out.
He's always fighting. He's always a fighter. I mean, yeah, he's in a tough place right now, but he's just as much in this match. He just has to keep fighting. That's
Yeah.
the word he resorts back to.
And he knows that he's
8-0.
just got to get 1 point at a time, just like he did in game 2.
Point.
That's long, so the point is going to make it 9-0 in favor of Ben Johns.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to come back
9-0.
in this game, but if he can get a few points on the board and build some momentum for the next game, that would be big for him.
Yeah. I like
That'll
that.
take us to game point.
Point.
That's a high caliber thought from Colin Johns there, you know, building momentum at the end of the game to carry over into that next one, regardless of what's occurring in the game that you're in. It's good to build some momentum going into that next game. Yep. Oh, and
Point
it's deep.
and game, 11-0.
So the Ben Johns
2 minutes, gentlemen,
dominant
2 minutes.
performance here in game 3 takes the 2-1 lead and will be a game away from winning gold. Another look at the game point. And it's just long on the return by Devilliers. We'll take a timeout. You talked about shot of the day yesterday. We've got a candidate. We're going to show you. We'll show you it on the other side of this timeout. We'll be back with game 4 of the men's singles gold medal match. Oh, we are going to stay here. Ray Kolikova, our fantastic producer, saying, let's just stay here. How about this shot yesterday? I don't know if you saw this out of Jay Devilliers.
Oh, yeah, did not see that, but that is certainly a contender for shot of the day yesterday. There were some awfully good shots hit. For my money, it was to end game 1. Spencer Smith and Tyler Loon were playing Deckel Bar and Adam Stone. And to end game 1, I think it was Spencer that went around the post to Deckel, and he had a cross-court angle ATP defense winner off the backhand side. It was, for my money, the shot of the day yesterday.
But let's talk about Jay's shot. How tough is that to execute? He admitted to us on the booth yesterday that it pretty much was pure luck and he didn't see it.
Well, when you get in a reflex exchange like that, whether you're hitting it behind the back or not, a lot of it is just reacting. And in that case, he was guessing forehand, realized that it was going to the backhand, not going to get around for it. So might as well swing behind the back and caught it on the clean part of the paddle, and good things happen.
It's definitely a shot that he has. You know, you can't keep your eye on the ball, but he's got some good visualization and practice with it. Jay Devilliers only getting better and better.
And right now here on the court, they are handing out some hardware to the women's seniors.
We got Wilhelm and Jennifer Dawson taking the silver. And is that Namu with a first place golden Takeya trophy in her hands?
Rob Cassidy, you must have had some shots of the day yesterday. Not a day goes by when you don't have a couple from your knees.
Oh yeah, they were well documented. I had some great shots. Loon had a similar one to Jay for a winner against us yesterday. It was great. It was great. It makes me think of the shot that Jay just pulled off.
Yeah,
I was.
When you get the best players in the world for one day, you're going to have some highlight reel shots. I think that we need to start to do a segment on that, pull together all the best shots.
Oh, yeah.
Top 5.
Hot shots.
By the way, real quick, the gold medal
Time
women's
10.
seniors in doubles was Natalie Bagby and Beth Bellamy. So congratulations to them as we have game 4 underway here in the men's singles.
That's 2 gold for one of them as they took the mixed senior pro gold last night.
By the way, their match went 5 games, 8-11, 11-3, 12-10, 7-11, 11-5. And shout out to Melissa McCurley and pickleballtournaments.com who do just such a fantastic job putting all the results up so we can pull that information.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, Melissa McCurley starts early, leaves late. I mean, she's in it for the long haul. I saw her here, I think 8 a.m. yesterday, and I was leaving at 9 o'clock. She was still here.
Texted her at 11:55 p.m. last night. She responded. Woo! Oh!
Point.
Devilliers, you see you put a fist in the air. What a point that was.
And with a clean slate here in game 4, Devilliers coming out hot.
2-0. Side out.
Unable to get it over the net, so the side out.
Jay, definitely not going away here in game 4.
Now, normally, you know, these singles matches are a best of 3. You know, in terms of endurance or what's in the tank, these best of 5s really stretch that out. You know, and endurance is definitely gonna become a factor in this game here.
Yeah, and both of these players playing deep in the draw yesterday, so definitely feeling the ball well, but
Point.
going to get to the legs a little bit.
Ben on the board here in game 4. When you talk about conditioning Colin, what kind of conditioning do you and Ben undergo besides actually practicing on pickleball? I'm sure you guys are doing other things as well to get your conditioning.
Yeah, absolutely. Work out in the gym. Ben likes to do some squats and deadlifts, things like that to build the legs. But also on the court stuff. We'll do singles drills, doubles drills. Certainly the singles drills help the footwork, help the legs, and then some on the court stuff, whether it's jump rope or things like that, just to keep the feet light.
Point.
Devilliers adds another point.
3-1.
So 3-1 for the Frenchman.
Side out.
Nice job by Ben to put that in that back corner. It was tough for Jay to get much on it.
1-3. Point.
And Ben gets it tightened up here to 2-3.
I think that might be the first return that Jay's missed on the day, though.
2-3.
That's pretty good considering how much Ben's going after the serve. To not miss a return until game 4.
Ben with the passing shot down the line.
Three.
Nice dig there by Ben. Jay keeping him back on the baseline. The ATP by Ben. Oh, how about that? He was all over the court, the ATP, and ultimately sets him up for the winner. Colin, Ben was all over the court there.
He was
4-3.
indeed.
Side out.
Colin, is it in singles? Is
3-4.
it better to be up at the net? Is it where you're most comfortable?
Certainly, you're more vulnerable to passing shots up there because I mean, if you're at the back of the court, they can get it past you like that. But of course, the team or the person in this case in singles up at the kitchen line is going to control the game. So usually, someone's at the back, someone's at the front, but that's when the cat and mouse comes into play. When both players get up, then you have the chance to pass from the front of the court. So typically in singles, it's more up and back than you'd see in doubles. But like right now, both up, seeing those dynamic rallies, that's a great point.
Side out.
And you see Devilliers reacting.
I mean, Ben and I will always prefer to be up at the kitchen line because we feel like we control the game regardless of who we're playing or what the shots are. Not always easy to cover the passing shots, and you're not going to get every single one, but you have the best chance to win the point up at the front of the court.
Wow.
I did.
Beautiful backhand paints the line there by Devilliers to draw this game even at 4-piece.
Did not make that one by very much, but
4-4.
very nice backhand there. Did not have much court to work with.
Side out.
Side out. If you weren't with us this morning, Annalie Waters won the women's singles title in a 5-set thriller over Catherine Parenteau.
And that was Annalie's first ever singles win at the PPA, I believe.
4-4.
Yeah, that first goal, probably the first of many in her future.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Ben puts it away and surges back in front here, 5-4.
Great shot by Ben. He had to hustle on that ball because the spin on that ball was bringing it back over the net, and he had to touch it before it escaped him. Nice play.
Side out.
Another missed serve here.
Four or five. Points.
Awesome
Jay Devilliers, he is fighting.
This is the closest game we've seen so far to the early mid part of the game. So interesting to see how this one plays out.
5-5.
It's been pretty much one side the first 3 with Jay coming back late in game 2.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
The Ernie to
Side
finish
out.
it off by Ben.
Yeah, good move there. That was one of relatively easy Ernie since the ball was so high. But in singles, you really got to do a lot with the Ernie because if they do get the ball back, you don't have a partner to rely on to come to the court for you.
Point.
And now Ben back in front, 5 points away from a title.
6-5. Point and timeout's been called.
And Jay's
Score
third
is
service
7-5.
return error for
By the
this game.
receiver,
That's
timeout.
definitely going to hurt.
7-5.
So at 7-5, Devilliers will use the hydration break. We'll take a timeout courtesy of Jigsaw Health. Back in Newport Beach, California, Jay Devilliers
You have one
using
timeout
the
left.
timeout as he's
Time
now
is
trailing
in.
by 2 points with his back
7-5.
against the wall. Ben Johns trying to close this thing out in 4 games. Great backhand there by
Side out.
Devilliers. He'll get the side out.
5-7.
And
Side
Ben
out.
answers right back.
Seven, 5.
Passing
Side
shot
out.
is wide.
Five, 7. Side out.
And Devilliers with the miss hit there. Ben will get the serve back again with the 7-5 lead. Trying to get a little bit more separation.
7-5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how about that shot
Point.
out of the world's number 1?
That's too good. Great point by Jay, better point by Ben. And Ben, you saw, got the initiative there up at the front of the court off that one backhand. He short hopped it, got it on the ground in the kitchen,
8-5.
and he started to win the rally from there. But great last shot.
Oh, yeah.
Side out.
Jay gets it right back.
Five, 8. You see the players within their rights
5-8.
taking their time between points, leaving it all on the court during play.
Point.
And now
I think
Jay.
Jay's serve just barely clipped the baseline there, getting that little skid in the air from Ben. Great serve.
6-8.
Ben up at the net. He does control
Point.
the point, but he hits it wide.
Wow.
And it's back to a 1-point game.
Couple errors out of Ben here,
7-8.
starting to tighten up late.
Tied up at 8
Point.
apiece.
That inside out. It's the same weapon that Ben was using against Jay in the first couple games.
And Ben not with the timeout here. Typically, you'd see someone call a timeout. Ben's more of the opinion that he wants to get
8-8.
the serve back on his own terms rather than use a timeout unless he absolutely has to.
Right.
And
Side
it
out.
pays dividends.
He
He
does.
gets the serve back.
And that's something that when we play doubles together, he has me do because he knows he's not the best at calling timeouts. Sometimes he's a little
Ah.
stubborn about that.
Yeah, yeah.
8-8.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Great
Oh, yeah.
hands.
That's big point.
That's good pickleball.
And that's the kind of rally Ben wants to see there. The cat and mouse, he's going to come out on top in that rally more often than not.
9-8. Side out.
Good hold there by Jay. Didn't want to let Ben get into a match point situation.
Yeah, nice deep spinning return there. Ben going for the aggressive cross-court angle, just barely missing it.
8-9.
Wow.
Point.
Jay Devilliers somehow able to come out on top in that hands battle. Resurrect, if you will.
Yeah, that's the first one of those that he's won, and Ben not pleased with himself, missing that final backhand.
9-9.
Wow, 9-9 in game 4. If Ben takes this game, he takes the match. If Jay wins, we move to a game 5. Off the bounce sideline to seat. Ben is all
Side
over.
out.
That was impressive. Man, both these players have been so good.
The adjustment off the net there.
Timeout's been called by the
For Ben to
server.
stay on that ball,
The score
just
is
incredible.
9-9.
And now Jay
By the
Devilliers
server,
will
9-9.
use a timeout. We'll take a break as well. 9-9 here in game 4. Our timeout brought to you by Jigsaw Health. Back here in Newport Beach, Dave Benz, Colin Johns, and Rob Cassidy. Happy to have you along on Championship Court.
You ready? Server, you have one timeout. Both teams have one timeout. Here we go. Time is in.
And you hear
9-9.
James Neighbors say each player has one timeout remaining. And Ben Johns
Point.
gets it to a 10-9 match point situation.
Yep, return a little short. Ben stayed down really well through that ball, drove it for the winner. We're at championship.
10-9.
Oh. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Down the line, and another gold
11-9.
for the world's #1, Ben Johns. It wasn't easy. Jay Devilliers gave him all he could handle. But
Awesome
Ben
match.
comes up with the win.
Another pressurized serve. Puts the pressure on with that drive, setting himself up. Just kind of leaving Jay stone cold there, opening up the sidelines and putting it in the books.
Yeah, no
Fantastic match. Great battle, great fight. Congratulations to Ben Johns.
11-2, 9-11, 11-0, 11-9. Ben Johns. He adds a gold.
Jay Devilliers, so good. Ben Johns, the best.
And we will hear from him. He will talk to his sister Hannah after this time out here on Championship Court.
Jay Devilliers. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We got 2 more champions.
Takeya showcase. Hold on, guys. Welcome back to Takeya Showcase, guys. I am so excited to present to you the champion of the 2021 Takeya Showcase, Mr. Ben Johns, guys. Ben, yesterday, I know you're going to hate me for this. You lost the mixed final. That was an unexpected loss for you. You ran out of here in a hurry. You didn't even speak to me. You were so angry. Do you think that that mentality going into today set up for an aggressive mindset coming out of that loss?
Yeah, no, not really. You know, it was a solid match yesterday, and our opponents played great, and they deserved to win. So whenever you have a tough loss, you gotta kind of just erase it and move on to the next one with the same mentality as you've always had. I think that gives the most consistent result.
Obviously, Jay is a wonderful competitor. He plays so great out there. What do you think the biggest weapon is that you have in singles that allows you to take down such incredible athletes like Jay Devilliers?
I'd say just mostly consistency, not just in terms of making shots, but you know, you got to keep your level up. You can't have a lot of dips because a player like Jay will take advantage of that. So just having a consistently solid play is the most important thing.
Absolutely. And over the years, you've had so many battles with incredible athletes like Jay, like Tyson, especially in singles. Do you feel like the competition is getting closer and closer?
Good question. Well, no, hopefully it's getting further and further, but there's always young, good guys coming into the game. It's always good to see new people. So I guess it's just about adapting to new game styles and trying to get better and better so we can all get better together.
Congratulations. I love to see you win, of course. I'm going to bring Connor on court now with George from Takeya to present your trophy.
Awesome. A big thank you from the PPA Ben and obviously from George, Takeya, Dagny, and the Takeya family. They're a great title sponsor here. We just want to congratulate you on a win, some impressive play. It's been so fun to just see how the singles game, especially your singles game, has evolved over the last 2.5 years. The points seem to be getting more and more athletic. They seem to be getting better and better. And just a big thank you from the PPA team. We really love having you out on tour, and we're really appreciative of all that you do. You really put on a show today, so thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Another round of applause for our champion right here. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go away.